Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. John Harbaugh versus Mike Tomlin. The best offense in the league versus the best defense in the league. Who will win? This Saturday, Pittsburgh Steelers are going to travel to Baltimore Ravens for a wild card matchup. At the beginning of the season, the Steelers had a lot of questions to answer about their team. First off, who was going to be the starting quarterback, whether it was going to be Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. What was the offense going to look like? For the most part, they have situated out most of those questions, but still there are questions to be answered about their offense, like how are they going to get it done. On the other side, the Ravens went out and made some big moves during the offseason. They added star running back Derrick Henry, and they already had an MVP caliber in Lamar Jackson. Their offense is great, but their defense is just okay, but it has yet to stop them. As we look at where these two teams stand today, Baltimore is much more explosive, talented, and just overall better. The only place that Baltimore could get caught up in is on the defensive side of the ball, but I don't see that being a problem given that the Steelers' offense has looked very underwhelming. The Ravens' offense is first in yards per game with 430 yards, and they are the most balanced offense in the league with about 240 yards passing and 190 running. This is due to their two-time MVP quarterback and seeking a third in Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. As we all know, Lamar likes to use his legs and has built up his passing game, but still relies mostly on his legs to make a play. On top of that, when you put in the threat of Derrick Henry, it really opens things up in play-action passes. On the other side, the Steelers' offense has been bottom 10 in the league the whole year in yards per game, bottom 5 in yards per game passing, but it does rely on the run fairly often with Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris. The Ravens' defense is top 10 in yards per game, but the problem they have is giving up explosive plays, which, like I said, shouldn't be a problem since the Steelers don't seem to be able to have that big play. The Steelers' defense is balanced, one of the most balanced defenses in the league, one of the best defenses in the league, as we all see. They create a lot of turnovers, second best turnover differential in the league with 16. They create a lot of pressure from their front four with TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Cam Hayward. Besides kicking, the special teams from the Steelers has been subpar, as they are one of the worst in the league in returns and punting. So for the keys to victory, the Ravens need to give Lamar Jackson some time. That shouldn't be a problem, but just in case because of the Steelers' defense. And if they don't have enough time, Lamar needs to do what he does best and make plays with his legs. Also, limit turnovers. This is the Ravens' game to lose, and you don't want to give any momentum to the bad Steelers offense with an easy touchdown. The Steelers' key to victories. There's a good amount. Keep Lamar Jackson in check. The last thing you want as a Steelers fan is to see Lamar Jackson running all over the place and then completing a 15-yard pass downfield. The defensive coordinator and the whole defense for the Steelers really needs to work on containing him. I know it's going to be hard, but if they want to win the game, they have to do it. Also, create turnovers. Do what they do best. They need to give their offense as many opportunities with as best field position as possible. Also, be creative and explosive on offense. This comes down to Arthur Smith. We need to see something explosive and creative. You got to give everything you got to beat this Ravens team, as we haven't seen anything special from the Steelers offense. Also, be sound on special teams and potentially break one loose. In a game like this, where it doesn't seem like the Steelers really have a chance, you got to find plays on special teams to give yourself momentum and great field advantage. Ultimately, I don't think the Steelers have what it takes to stop this Ravens offense. I don't think the Steelers have given us any reason to think otherwise. I'm going with 35-21 Ravens to move on into the divisional round.